Hey there guys, it's Scorpio Chance, and today we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, Warhammer 40,000 and its new 8th edition updates. So, if you guys have been paying attention on Facebook or Instagram maybe, depending on who you're following, you may be seeing the updates that they're gradually rolling out for 8th edition in terms of kind of like teasers for how it's going to be. Like how today was Guardsman Spotlight, or Imperial Guard as a whole Spotlight, and then yesterday was characters, and the day before was infantry, and so on and so forth. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile all the things that we know so far about the 8th edition and the way it's going to be working here in this video today, which will be outdated tomorrow when the next update comes out, and just so you guys can catch up a little bit. So we're going to start with, general movement. We're getting rid of base movements for everybody. You know how all infantry, regardless of what they are, move 6 inches every turn, and then, another 6 if they want to run. Well, now, I'm a little fuzzy on the running part. I can't remember exactly. I do remember that they talked about it. Now when you run, or now when you're moving, everything has its own movement, kind of like in Age of Sigmar. And I'm not really a big fan of Age of Sigmar. But some of these changes, these rolling changes that they're adding into the game, aren't bad. And they've said several times that this is the most play-tested version of their game they've ever done. And to be completely honest, I believe them. Just in general, the way that they're doing things, how they're doing spotlights on armies. The first two that we've gotten are Chaos Space Marines and Imperial Guard, which are two armies that have historically, in the last few editions, not done very well. And really, they should be doing pretty well in this new edition. Like, I'm talking Tau Eldar levels of cheese. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. So, anyway, right, let's go back to movement. Everything's got its own movement. It'll be in its actual, profile. The unit has its own profile in terms of movement. And everything works out like that now. Initiative is no longer a thing, which I'm going to touch on in a second in the assault phase. We're going to go into shooting. So in shooting, your squad can elect to shoot at different targets. That means each model can shoot at something else. From what I've read, posted on the Warhammer community Facebook page in these updates. So from the wording, it sounds like the unit, each fucking model in it, can fire at a different target. Which, I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty fucking huge. Especially for me, because now I can drop Stern Guard in a drop pod with 2 combi flamers and 2 combi meltas, and just lay waste into infantry and vehicles in the same shooting phase, which is awesome and extremely fluffy, and I love it. Now, this is also fucking insane for guard players, because think about this: you got infantry platoons, right? You, as far as I can tell, can first rank fire, second rank fire, and I know first rank fire, second rank fire is still a thing, but you can use that order to fire at different targets with the same unit, but still be doing the order. I haven't seen anything that countermands this at all yet, so let's keep our fingers crossed that that level of cheese is going to be present for guard. Shooting is also now with strength and toughness. There's a new table. All guns can damage everything, which means even the lowly las gun can damage the highest level thing on a 6-up. This is new and I enjoy it. So, we're going to go from there into actual character profiles real quick, because I don't want to go into assault yet, for the simple reason I want to be talking about this real quick. So, what this means is that everything is going to wounds and toughness now. Even the vehicles. No more armor values. everything is going to be wounds and toughness. So, honestly, that means literally Land Raiders can be fucking plinked to death by las guns. Which is scary as shit, especially with what I said about first rank fire, second rank fire, and just the overwhelming cheese of it all. It's gonna make for some extremely fluffy, crazy, off the wall shit pairings. Like, no joke. We're gonna be seeing a lot of crazy fluff shit that would never have flown in 7th or 6th or 5th, to be honest. There are no more formations, which is a blessing in disguise because formations were the bane of competitive play. Death Stars are no longer a thing. No more character pain trains. Characters cannot actually be attached to units anymore. They can hide inside of them, like, well, kind of. Let me explain that a little better. Characters confer in an area of effect bubble their special abilities to units with keywords. So, like, Captain Sicarius would do, I don't know, some sort of inspiring loyalty, some bullshit, Ultramarines thing. And that would be in a bubble of like 12 inches around him. It wouldn't be to the unit he's attached to anymore, which is good. This is better because now it means he can really, show them what for. And it also means that you can't sit there and build up like multiple special characters in a certain unit, special rules, pain train, bullshit things anymore, which is cool. So like the example they gave was Guilliman striding about the fucking battlefield like his own personal chariot was his Ultramarines surrounding him, which is hilarious. And he can sit there and shrug off shots because, look out, sir, but entire units doing it for him, which is fucking awesome. Now let's go into Assault. Assault is going to work basically the same way, except now we can countercharge, or not countercharge, excuse me, whoever charges into combat goes first, because initiative is no longer a thing, and that means that, and you can now retreat from combat, but, be swept up as you're doing it now, but, like, still, you can retreat from combat. So, like, I'm going to use another guard scenario. Let's say you've got a fucking infantry line set up. Like old school infantry. Like lines of fucking fire. First line is attacked in close combat. Survivors of that line retreat behind the second line. And then the second line opens fire. Pretty fucking dope. This is fair and legal in 8th edition from what I've seen. Very excited. We also get the morale phase, which is a new phase, but it's a good phase. So the way this works is that in the morale phase, you just roll fucking morale once, and if you pass it, all is well and good. If you fail it, you lose that many models because that you failed your roll by. So, for Marines, if their leadership doesn't change, they're not going to be losing a lot if they fail morale. Also, morale is going to be a lot more serious now. But, whatever. You're not losing a lot because you're Marines. You're expected not to. But, like, other stuff is going to be losing a lot of shit for it. Psychic phase is going to be Age of Sigmar, pretty much. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's going to be Age of Sigmar. I never bothered with Psychers. Psychic phase is not where I shine. Where I shine is ramming drop pods and Razorbacks inside battle lines and then blowing them up. So, whatever. Chaos Space Marines focus was that they're back, they're fluffy, they're deadly, which is awesome. And they're going to be bringing a lot of pain. Good things. Imperial Guard focus. Everything's going to be good. Lehman Russes have 12 wounds. They don't start losing efficacy until they're like at 6 wounds. Good shit. It means you gotta damage them all the way to half to even start hurting them. That's fucking scary. Anyway. Let's see, what else? What else was there? They talked about characters. Infantry can fire at their own targets whenever they want to. Or specifically at different targets. Shit, I can't think of anything else. So I'm just gonna end it. That's what we know so far. If I missed something, please feel free to post it that I missed it, because honestly, this is just a resource for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, guys. I make a lot of videos. I make them every Tuesdays, or I try to at least, and then occasionally some other times in the week if I feel the need to make one. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.